Hey ladies, peace and blessings. This is Jovhannah, the spiritual love coach. And I went live on video with this a little while ago. But being that I'm moving, it's not the ideal place right now to do videos. And I had planned on being in my office, but things did not work out as planned. So I decided that I would just re-record and do the audio so that I'd be a little more comfortable and you get the full benefit of this week's, it's kind of I don't like the word challenge, but I don't know what else to call it right now. But we'll just say this exercise, right? So tomorrow is the official start of spring. And me moving, how this kind of came about is that, I'm moving and then just fresh energy. Spring to me is such an exciting time of the year. It's not my favorite season, but it's a really exciting time because you start to see the earth move again. And when I say that, I mean, the flowers start to bloom. We start to see the butterflies and the bumblebees and the birds are chirping again. Everything is coming back to life. So if we are able to tap into the energy that is all around us, right? Everything is springing back up, fresh. The snow is melting, the water is running. It's just a really great time because things are getting back started up. So in the spirit of spring cleaning, because I know growing up, that's what we did, open all the windows, you dust, you clean the drapes, you deep clean everything. You're putting away your winter clothes, pulling out your warm weather wear and all of that. And we're great, right? We are great at taking care of our homes. We'll go get our cars cleaned out and, get all the junk out of the trunk and the whatever else, go through our purses. And we are so great at spring cleaning every aspect of our lives. But when it comes to our relationships, we sometimes neglect that. And a lot of times we can have dead weight that we carry on with us because we are afraid to let go or afraid to change. And one of the things that I always use is when we throw something away, we don't just let the trash accumulate, right? If food spoils, we don't keep it around because, it was good when I got it or anything like that. Hey, peace and blessings, Neith and TJ. Thank you for listening. But we're more diligent. Like if something goes bad, we get rid of it. If we can't fit a dress anymore, we give it away or, take it to the Goodwill or get rid of it. But we will keep a relationship that we have outgrown. We will keep, friendships that are no longer nurturing us. We will keep going to have lunch with the auntie that just rips us to shreds and make us feel, less than. And so that's why I really wanted to do this spring cleaning challenge. It's not about cutting people out of your life. It's not about anything, but really it's cultivating an awareness of where you are and what you need in regards to your relationships. And so the first thing that I wanted to start with today is listing out your important relationships. So, and of course, you should be number one on the list. So, your family, if you have children, if you're married, if you are seeing someone, your friendships, even your coworkers, just like as many people as you can possibly think of, whomever comes top of mind, just list those names down. It doesn't have to necessarily be in any particular order, but it's just it helps you to see your circle, like the people that you interact with every day. And it might even be like the cashier at the grocery store that you go to whose attitude just kind of irks you, so it might not always be a beneficial thing, but I'm saying if there is something like that comes to mind, then you want to write it down because it's affecting you, because even if it's a brief interaction, there's still an exchange of energy. There's still a relationship going on for that brief moment. And then what you want to do is rate the quality of those relationships. So you can do like a scale of 1 to 10. You can say good, bad, in between, whatever works for you, just to really get an idea of where are your relationships. And also make sure you're included so you can put yourself first. And then out of that list, maybe there's one relationship that you really thought was stronger, but you're like, wow, it's not as strong as I thought it would be. So you want to choose the most important relationship that you want to focus on improving, and really set an intention that you want to breathe fresh air into this relationship. Sometimes that means that we are doing more work, because maybe the other person doesn't realize. So it might involve you taking, that responsibility to say, you know what, I'm going to be the change that I want to see. So often we can't make other people change. So sometimes improving a relationship, it's a matter of changing your perspective, accepting people for who they are, where they are, and being okay with it. Or it may mean, it's time to release that relationship. So that is our spring clean your love life tip for the day. If you are dating or maybe single, kind of want to date, not really sure, one thing that you can do is list out the type of guy that you want to date. You can give him a name, write down some of like the major qualities that you're looking for. And then you can set an intention that when spring comes, that you are breathing fresh air and new energy into your heart and mind so that you can open to receiving that divine love connection that you are wanting. So I think that's also a very beautiful thing when we really start to look at our relationships as a whole and start to kind of gauge where they are. It helps us to really become more aware of where we are. Are we being loving? Are we putting out the energy that we want to get from other people? Because our relationships are a mirror of us. And if there is something that isn't working or that we're not liking, because we can't change other people, we can always change our perspective and how we share our energy, time, and space with other people. So I really hope that this has empowered you in some way. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And I guess I will. So I'm going to be on live every day at 6:30 p.m. This day I had to do it a little bit later. Things got a little shaken up. And hopefully I'll be in my office. Things are a little messy here. So I was like, yeah, there's not a really video friendly space right now, and the background was distracting for me, so I was like, I know this got to be distracting for other people. But yeah, so that's what we're going to start with, and I'll probably do I did that heart-centered meditation. I don't know, I'm feeling like I might want to do like this heart opening, cleansing type of meditation for you all too. I think that would be very powerful, especially with tomorrow being the first day of spring. Oh, that is beautiful, Neith. Yes, breathing life into the relationship with you. That is really like what's super important. Like if there is nobody else that you can possibly think about really focusing on a relationship with, you are the best person, because when you start to focus on breathing new life into yourself, everything else around you changes. So I think that is a really great place to start. And we will, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow at 6:30. Hopefully I'll be in my office. This move was very smooth and easy, but then that like getting settled part, that usually takes some months. Some like serious months, and I still have things I need to transition over to my office. And then Wednesday I'm doing another webinar where I'm sharing the 3 secrets to spiritual love. I'm going to talk about the love abundance theory, how you can get out of love limbo, and how to put an end to struggle love. So I hope that you join me there. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited. spring is a really great time of the year. I just feel like everything is just waking up and coming back to life. And there's so much newness and opportunities for growth that if we are intentional and take advantage of it now, we can really start to see big changes in our lives. So, all right, ladies, thank you so much for listening and sharing and commenting. I appreciate the hearts and all of the support. And I will be back tomorrow to share more spring cleaning tips for your love life. Bye. Have a good night.